Hello students, today we will study two life processes that are transportation and excretion. Transportation is movement of substance from one place to another. Transport system in human beings consists of three parts. Number one, a pumping organ that is heart, blood vessels that are artery and veins, and a circulatory medium that is blood and lymph. Now let us study the structure of heart in detail. So if we look at the structure of the heart consists of four chambers that are right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. So we have four chambered heart. First of all, deoxygenated blood from the body is carried through vena cava into the right atrium. So deoxygenated blood from the body enters the right atrium through vena cava. Now, through the right atrium, the blood moves into the right ventricle. Here is present a tricuspid valve. From the right ventricle, the blood moves into the lungs. The vessel which brings deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle into the lungs is pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is the only artery which is carrying deoxygenated blood because normally arteries carry oxygenated blood. Now from the lungs, the blood becomes oxygenated and this oxygenated blood enters the left atrium through pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein is the only vein which carries oxygenated blood. Normally the veins carry deoxygenated blood. From the left atrium, now the oxygenated blood moves into the left ventricle through bicuspid valve. From the left ventricle, the blood moves to all parts of the body through the largest artery, which is known as aorta. So I have already explained you the circulation of human heart. First of all, deoxygenated blood from the body through vena cava reaches the right atrium. From the right atrium, it reaches the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it reaches the lungs where it gets oxygenated. Now the oxygenated blood reaches the left atrium. From the left atrium, it reaches the left ventricle. And from the left ventricle through aorta, it moves to all part of the body. This is the diagram of human heart. Now let us learn about the blood in detail. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. It consists of two components, solid component which are the blood corpuscles or the blood cells and liquid component which is the plasma. Blood corpuscles or blood cells are of three types: RBCs, WBCs and platelets. RBCs, they consist of red colored pigment known as hemoglobin and help in transportation of oxygen throughout the body. WBCs help in defense mechanism of the body and platelets, they help in blood clotting. Plasma, it is a yellowish colored fluid which consists of 90% water and 10% organic substance. Now, the blood vessels are of two types. They are arteries and veins. Arteries, they always carry oxygenated blood. Veins, they always carry deoxygenated blood. Arteries, they carry blood from the heart to other part of the body. So, they carry blood from the heart to other part of the body. So, they are known as distributing vessels. The veins carry blood from the body part to the heart. So they are known as collecting vessels. Blood flows in arteries with high pressure, whereas blood flows in veins with very low pressure. Arteries are thick and elastic, thick because the blood flow is very high, whereas veins are thin and less elastic. Now, after studying the transportation in humans, we should learn about transportation in plants. Transportation in plants occur by xylem and phloem. Xylem, it carries water and mineral, whereas phloem carries food to all part of the body. There is no need of energy during transportation in xylem because it occurs due to transpiration pull, whereas phloem transport requires energy. So xylem transport is a passive process, whereas phloem transport is an active process. Now let us study the last life process, that is excretion. Excretion is removal of waste products from the body. The excretory organ in humans consists of a pair of kidney, a urinary bladder, a pair of ureter, and a urethra. Now let us understand this with the help of a diagram. So this is the diagram of human excretory system. Now it consists of a pair of kidney. Above the kidney there are glands which are known as adrenal glands. The kidney, it helps in filtration of blood, and the urine, it is collected in the urinary bladder through minute tubes known as ureters. And from the urinary bladder, the urine is excreted out through the urethra. Now let us study structure of nephron. Nephron consists of Bowman capsule. Inside the Bowman capsule, there is tuft of capillaries known as glomerulus. Bowman capsule opens in PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule. From the proximal convoluted tubule, this tube opens into loop of Henle. Loop of Henle consists of a descending part known as descending loop of Henle and a ascending part known as ascending loop of Henle. Ascending loop of Henle leads into DCT, that is distal convoluted tubule, and this distal convoluted tubule leads into the collecting duct. Now let us understand excretion in plants. Plants get rid of oxygen, carbon dioxide and water with the help of minute pores present on the leaves that are known as stomata. Other waste, they are stored in the leaves and bark which fall off, and plant also excrete some waste in the soil which is around them.